Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each week to bring you tasteful content,
but viewer discretion is advised.
Now enjoy the show.
We begin this week in Long Neck for the annual Shorts Marine Cinco de Mayo Land and Sea Show.
We'll head to Snow Hill to spend an afternoon with the Shore Fun Garden Tractor Pulling Club.
We're shown the big love that's had for small boats in this week's Remembering Scorchy Taws.
And we'll recap the 53rd World Carving Championships from the Roland E. Powell Convention Center.
Outdoors Delmarva starts right now.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show that celebrates our communities, our cultures and traditions, and the places we call home. My name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch. And Jason, I've been really trying to contemplate and think of a way to celebrate this momentous occasion of me being a part of the show and in your life for the past year. And I thought maybe a trophy, an award of sorts, really for just being able to put up with me. But then, as I got to thinking, I don't not have anything for you because you know why? I am the gift, so you don't need anything else. You're welcome.
That completely explains why my yearly checkup shows that my blood pressure is now through the roof.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
Cinco de Mayo was just this past weekend, and I spent the entire weekend eating my body weight in tacos. But Jason, you spent yours down at the docks in Long Neck.
I sure did, and while you were stuffing your face, I attended the annual Shorts Marine Cinco de Mayo Land and Sea Show at Paradise Grill. So the weather's not great, but it's the weekend. We're talking about boats.
And we are. It has not been optimal weather, but we have we've had boats in the water. We've had people riding on boats already. We're still here selling the boats, showing people what we've got, and they're all welcome to come down. We have fishing boats and pontoon boats and runabouts. We have jet skis. We have the new Sea-Doo Switch jet boats. We have pretty much anything you want to try out, we've got it in the water, and we've got it on land to look at.
This is an annual event for you guys, right?
Yes, every year we've been doing it. It's a great kickoff for the summer. It kind of gets things going here at Paradise Grill. It gets things going for us with getting boat sales going and that kind of fever for getting on boats and riding and enjoying what the water's all about.
So for those folks who are not able to come down, or they're saying, the weather's not great for me, they can still make plans to be here next year because you're going to have it back again that first weekend in May.
As long as Paradise is willing to let us have it, we will be here. It's a great show for us, a great partnership with them too, with the fishing tournament and all that later on in the season. So we like being here and we like dealing with them.
Well, let's talk about that fishing tournament a little bit since you brought it up. Let's get some details on it.
So it's the Flounder Pounder. They have the open and they have a bay division. Biggest flounder fishing tournament in the world for the open part of it. We've been a major sponsor for it ever since it started, and we continue to do that. It's been great for the area, great for the fishermen in the area, great for the people in the area.
New to the area, I want to get in on that tournament, but I need a boat. This is the perfect time to put that together and get yourself in the water.
Absolutely. Get it now, get used to fishing, and go contact Paradise Grill to sign up for the tournament.
What a really fun in-water boat show where you can really get out there and take a true test drive.
Yeah, and if you need more information about Shorts Marine or any of the events they've got coming up, including the Flounder Pounder Tournament, go online to shortsmarine.com.
Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
We really enjoy attending events on Delmarva that are really unique.
And one of those events is the Shore Fun Garden Tractor Pulling in Snow Hill.
So what we have going on here today is it's garden tractor pulling or quarter scale tractor pulling. What we're going to do is we have a sled that we have tractors that we're trying to pull the furthest distance. It's A lot of people used to do it in the older times with bigger tractors, farm machinery, but now we've kind of dumbed it down to a quarter scale size tractor, which is an older scale lawn and garden tractor. We usually average about 20-25 people, but a lot of us have more than one tractor, so on average I say there's 45 to 50 tractors here that pull. This is part of the Shore Fun Garden Tractor Pulling Group. We're a small group of people down in Snow Hill. We're all from all over, from Lewis, Delmarva, Salisbury. We get together first Saturday of every month down here in Snow Hill. We do a lot of our fundraising. We donate to a lot of different things. We do stuff for the children stuff and donate to during Christmas time with toys. Basically just to get together to have fun and support other people.
The history of this organization basically comes down to agriculture. Farmers got together and they had a bunch of lawnmowers around, lawn tractors, and they souped them up and they decided they were going to compete one day. And this all started about 12 years ago. And what's really cool about this is you have young people here that are learning critical thinking skills. They're learning mechanics, they're learning welding, they're learning physics, you know, the construction of the sled that they pull. It's all hands-on stuff that you really can't learn in a classroom.
Me personally, I'm always tinkering, mechanical, stuff like that, and I just enjoy building. And so you just sit down, build something. If it doesn't work, try again. We have Kohler V-twin lawnmower engines that are turning somewhere around 100 to 125 horsepower on alcohol. We have diesel lawnmower engines turning anywhere from 75 horsepower up. So it's interesting. It's amazing what you can do with a lawnmower. We're all just like a family. We get together once a month. Sometimes we go different places and pull with other groups of people. And at the end of the year, we have a banquet, and it's all for charity.
My children both pull here. My daughter, Brianna, started tractor pulling when she was 6. She took an interest because her older cousin, Katie, would tractor pull as well. Her father has taught her and her brother a lot of how to work on their own tractors. With his guidance, they change tires, check the air pressure, and sometimes repair and replace things, depends what's wrong with them. I think it's been a positive thing because they have to learn that you can't always win, and you have to be happy for, you know, the others that do get to win as well. It's been a healthy competition as brother and sister as well, but it's also teaching them that it's okay if you don't win. You just do your best next time.
It's a fun thing to do if you just want to have a good time. It's not extremely pricey to get into. To have fun, you can take it as far as you want to go, but it's something, if you like to tinker, it's a fun sport to be in.
Our very own videographer Freeman got behind the wheel and got in on the pulling fun.
The Shore Fun Garden Tractor Pulling Club has events like this on the first Saturday of every month, so bring the whole family out and really enjoy yourself in Snow Hill.
Outdoors Delmarva, we'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
We talked about some big boats earlier in the show, but now it's time to show off some little boats.
We get a taste of RC boat racing in this week's Remembering Scorchy Taws.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
It was a beautiful day for powerboat racing. Spectators arrived early. They came by car, on foot, by sailboat, and in fancy cabin cruisers. Every Saturday, you see, is powerboat racing day in Hopewell, just 4 miles north of Crisfield. And the drivers, like Eugene Travers of Cambridge, are deeply addicted.
On Friday night, I can't hardly sleep. I have to wait. Just can't wait to get down here to Crisfield on Saturday morning.
Ah, by now, the cat is out of the bag. Our drivers are not members of the American Powerboat Association. They're just the good old boys of the Chum Plant Radio Control Boat Club of Chrisfield, and they take their racing seriously.
Every Saturday, I've never missed a Saturday.
We really enjoy it. There's about 15 of us in the club.
The 2 hours or so that precede the big race is a busy, busy time. The boats must be fine-tuned and tested, and pit crews labor with the intensity of brain surgeons. The boat must obey every command. Finally, all boats are ready and the drivers are at the controls. It is the magic moment. Through the eyes of the driver, racing can be very unnerving. The boats reach speeds of 50 to 60 miles an hour, and control of your boat is the key.
Yeah, and sometimes it's no control at all. Anything you can imagine that might happen has happened.
At race end...
All right, here's the winner, Class B Hydro, Eugene Travers, came and smiling.
He got no silver cup, no fat check. Like all members of the Chum Plant Club, he had two things to do: pretty up his boat and wait for next week. Scorchy Taws wandering our Delmarvelous land for WBOC News.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is presented by Shorts Marine, online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know that Poplar Island, located in Talbot County on the Chesapeake Bay, is home to the nation's largest terrapin research and propagation project?
Did you know that as soon as the Army Corps of Engineers began their restoration of the island in the early 90s, diamondback terrapins started laying eggs on the new sand berms and beaches?
And did you know that diamondback terrapins have enjoyed a 99% survival rate because of conservation efforts to save the island?
Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
The 53rd World Championships recently took place in Ocean City.
And if you weren't able to get down to the Ward Foundation's annual event that really showcases a lot of talent across the world, well, we're going to bring it to you right now.
Almost as long as I've been alive, we've had this show. And it brings people in from around the world, so it brings people to Delmarva. It's just an amazing thing.
And we can't really talk about Delmarva without talking about carving.
Correct. I mean, it's part of the Delmarva tradition of carving. And Worlds has been around for half a century, over 50 years. We've had the World Championships in Ocean City. From humble beginnings, you know, like in Chrisfield, Maryland, where the Ward brothers came from, carving has always been a thread of Delmarva, and this is carrying on that tradition.
Now, when you talk about traditions, we got to talk about the next generation, the younger people out there. How would you describe the level of interest when it comes to carrying on the tradition of decoy carving?
We've actually seen an increase in the number of young carvers that want to get into it. They want to follow that tradition. They want to see something that they can do with their hands and see how the live bird actually interacts with something that they've made. So we're seeing an increase in the number of kids that want to do this.
When those folks from other countries come in and they see that this Delmarva tradition is the way it is, do they just have to stop and go, wow, you guys are really setting the bar high?
Yeah, this is it. This is the epicenter of the bird earthquake, I guess. And this is really the show that everybody shoots for and aims for, to be the best of the best at different levels. There are many levels. So.
Well, let's talk about some of those levels so that the folks at home are like, I had no idea that there was a level of a decoy.
Sure. So there are junior competitions for kids to get involved, and we're always trying to get more kids involved. And then as a beginner carver, you might enter a novice division as a starter. And as you progress a little bit, you might go to intermediate.
And then after a while, your success builds and you become an open class carver. And an open class carver is like a professional carver. This is kind of what you do. You might actually do it for a living or to get paid. And then above that, there is 2 levels, world and master class. And those guys are the best of the best. They're the tops of the top.
Well, the Ward Foundation is about traditions of the Eastern Shore. We cover the heritage of the carving, but we're a little bit more than that because the carving touched everybody. It wasn't just Uncle Joe out in his shed, it was everybody that carved benefited from it. You know, whether it was grandma who used them in their garden, they would actually stick old decoys out in their garden to decorate. So it touched everybody. It wasn't just, you know, a couple of the old hunters or whatnot. It touched everybody.
They've already got the dates scheduled for next year's competition, and we've got them on our calendar, and we think that you should put them on yours.
So be sure to check out their website, wardfdn.org, to stay up to date and to make sure you can attend next year.
Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at your latest photos. Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
It's time to flip through the photo album and take a look at your latest pictures.
Thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
Ashley Lane sent us this photo of Kevin Lane of Preston showing off his turkey harvest.
Brittany Callahan sent us this photo of Sailor Schmidt, who was on the hunt for beach glass in the Trapp, Maryland area.
Neil Wadsworth of West OC said he spotted a bald eagle land on a tree branch near the 8th hole of Eagle's Landing, and then a moment later saw a turkey take a seat next to the eagle.
Jeremy Kelser of Delmar, Maryland sent us this photo of some dolphins playing in the OC Inlet.
Cliff Baker of Gumboro had himself another visitor to his backyard pond. Cliff said the snapper's shell measured around 18 inches across.
Nick Haglick sent us this great snapshot of a rainbow from his vantage point at his Snow Hill home.
Our friends from Toys for Tots, Ron and Sharon Ruwe, took a little vacation out to Bandera, Texas, and took along some Outdoors Delmarva love. Looks like we need to get Ron a new hat.
Jeremy Node sent in this beautiful photo of the sunset peeking through the trees from his home in Golden Hill.
And Pam Green of Berlin sent us a video of some bunnies enjoying a spring day in her backyard.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
Well, that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And thank you so much for sending in all those wonderful viewer photos. If you're looking to submit your own photo, go to outdoorsdelmarva.com and click Submit Your Photo at the top of the page, or scan the QR code in the bottom corner of your screen.
We hope to see you right back here again next week, but until then, my name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch, and we hope to see you
Outdoors Delmarva.
Outdoors Delmarva, a Draper Media production, is presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine and Bell Creek Equipment.
The 53rd World Champion. Oh, the 53rd
World.
Wait.
World.
Oh, world?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to say world?
Yeah, world.
World Championships. Oh, okay.
I'm just watching the crane.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, is this thing on?
No.
No.
No, it's not.
Gift. You literally don't need anything else, so you're welcome.
Well, with it being a year that means that you get to take over the show. So good luck.